What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our New York Jets rebuild franchise week 13. Looks like we will be taking on the Eagles, who are an 81 overall with an 81 offense, 81 defense. Fletcher Cox, obviously their best player. Points per game, they're 18th. Offensive passing yards per game, they're 6th. Rushing yards per game, they're 20th. Defensively, they're not great, but they do have a fairly decent offensive rank. So we got to view the playoff picture. This is kind of the first thing. We're obviously leading the division, but we're in a close game right now. We would match up with the Browns. Now, what I would say about that is the fact that our division's fairly easy. We're kind of getting a little lucky because it's a lot of 6 and 6s, 6 and 5s. Now, I'm assuming Patriots, Dolphins, and Patriots and Dolphins probably have a bye week right now. I don't know if 13 or 14's last bye week, so they have a bye week either this week or the next week. So if we lose, we'll be 6 and 6 with them more than likely. If we win, then we would get 7 and 5. So we'll kind of see. We do play the Dolphins again in a couple weeks. I think we already played the Patriots twice, so that'll also matter. We have a breakout player, which I'm assuming will be Elijah. I don't know who it'll be actually. Keep throwing it my way, so it looks like it'll be Elijah Moore. Three touchdowns or 150 yards rushing, receiving, and he is a star dev. So. That's something else real quick I want to go over, is if we just go to our roster. We have 3 star devs. Our rookies all became star devs. So Zach Wilson is a star dev. Elijah Moore is a star dev, obviously, like you just showed. And then Elijah Vera Tucker is also a star dev. So those 3 players on our team are star devs, which is good because obviously you rank up faster when you are a star dev. Would have liked to get a superstar, but I also wasn't really expecting to get a superstar. So negotiations. We have Joyner, Moses, Croft, Adams. I don't think there's anyone we need to negotiate with. Maybe Noah Dawkins because he does have 90 speed. We are trying to get a better linebacker, but I think I might try to get Noah Dawkins just because he has 90 speed at outside backer. And he's only 24 years old, so I think even as a depth player, he might be okay for us. And I think it's week 14, so we'll go ahead and just do that. He's probably fairly cheap too. Go over to our picks. We were doing tight ends. I don't think I'm going to do this guy. 6'6", 242 from Clemson. Not right now, at least. Maybe I'll come back to it. But I think right now we're going to look at... did we already do cornerbacks? I don't know if we did cornerbacks yet. We know we obviously did linebackers. And we have done a little bit of corners. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see what we get. First round talent. Third round talent. He's probably not very good either. 5th round talent. You're horrible. So since there's so many corners right now, I think we're just going to do the 3rd round. They're all pretty bad. But there's a couple 2nd rounders that are maybe a 1st round talent. We don't necessarily need a corner, but it might make sense to take one depending on kind of what happens. Quinn Parrish, maybe Ben Gibson, maybe even Jeremiah Ridley. Andrew Poyer, I'm assuming we'll just go too early. He's an early 1st rounder, but he's also a 1st round talent. So I just don't think we'll have the pick for it. If we do, then maybe Andrew Poyer. So obviously we could do more cornerbacks in another week. We did tight end, so we do need maybe a little bit of pass rushing, but we do have 2 star devs there. That's the only reason I'm not too mad, or maybe a receiver. So those are the 2 that I'm looking at. I think I'm going to do the defensive ends first, and then we'll look at receivers is what I'm thinking. So right now, there's a lot of 1st round talent, which is obviously very good. I'm looking at the points. So I think what I'm going to do is one more of these. I won't be able to finish this guy right now, Glenn Hoover, but we try to get as many scouting points as we can done. I think that's good. We'll get the DNs going. We do have Carl Lawson, but John Franklin Meyer is good. He's a star dev, but he's a low overall still. So I just think overall it's probably going to be better to maybe get somebody. But I guess we'll kind of see. We're at 100%. We're going to keep the half pad so we don't get as injured. And they're playing against Kaepernick, who's always really good. I think we're going to defend the inside run. For now. I don't think Kaepernick, he's good in sim, but I think when we play against him, he won't be that great. So they do have a good corner. I think we're going to Fletcher Cox is in there as well. Maybe throw up medium. I think throw up medium might be the move this game, just based off of their defense. And we also actually, that's probably better because we do need Elijah Mitchell as well. Or sorry, Elijah Moore. I always get those. I don't know why I always say it wrong. But right here, throw 2 touchdown passes. Yes, that's okay because we're going to need to throw it. Let's just do no less than 6 yards per completion. That's free points. I kind of like the no 4 yards per carry. Maybe sack the QB 3 times this week. We might be able to do that. And then head coach, win the turnover battle. We actually... No, we're not really going to do any of those. Let's just do win the turnover battle and just see if we can do that. Let's start our training up, get it going in here. And then hopefully we have a couple upgrades as well. Obviously, our players should, Zach Wilson and our other 2 stars, Elijah Vera Tucker and Elijah Moore, should get a little bit better of their rankings. They should go up a little bit faster because of the fact that they do have the bonuses, right? So we do have some upgrades, obviously, so we got to go down to that. Get it going. I'm not going to spend the staff points this week just because Noah Dawkins, he's really a run stopper. So run stopper and pass coverage is really what we want. I'm going to get run stopper just because, you know, maybe he'll be useful. He actually got +1 speed as well. So I think he's got 91 speed now, which is fairly crazy. We'll just auto upgrade that guy. And I think we're good to go. Like I said, I'm not going to spend the staff points yet, mainly just because I think I know what I want to spend it on, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think I'm just going to stack up a couple weeks because it's like trading. I can either do trading or start working towards the extra training like spots. So I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. I think I want to do trading, but I kind of want to see how many points I can get kind of closer to the off season when I can actually maybe trade some picks, things like that. So we'll go ahead and hop into this game. I think we're home as well. So we'll go ahead and hop into it. All right, loaded into MetLife Stadium, getting it going. Zach Wilson trying to do something now that he is this star dev. We're looking like we're going to kick off. We're wearing all green. We got them in the all white. I try to switch it up, but you know, I definitely have favorites. I like green on green more than I like our green on white personally. So that's why I kind of wear it. I know it's not necessarily the color rushes, but it kind of reminds me of color rushes a little bit. But I also like our black jerseys that I haven't worn really too much. So they do have a fairly good offensive line with Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, which just in case you guys watched the interview with Travis Kelce, he did say it actually is Kelce, so a lot of people would say it was wrong, but funny enough, it is right. So Kaepernick in there. Looks like, who is that, Boston Scott maybe. They do have some decent young receivers with Devonta Smith, Jalen Reagor, and I don't know who their number 3 would be in here. Looks like number 15 is that JJ Whiteside, I believe, something Whiteside. I don't know if that's who they have as their number 3 in here, but let's get this going. We're stopping the inside run, so far it looks like we might have a good first possession. That's going to be a screen pass. Can we get outside? And Cashman with his 89 speed is going to be able to get out there. That's definitely one thing about the linebackers I'm drafting. I'm going to need them to be a very good player when it comes to being fast and getting outside and making tackles, but I also might be able to move one of them to DN if I get a good linebacker that's a pass rusher, right? He maybe is a 4-3 DN, so we'll kind of play it by ear, I guess. We'll take our pick when it gets closer, but let's go ahead and get weak counter F. Well, actually, we need to get Elijah Moore some yards, so not that I just continuously want to throw horrible passes, but we need to get Elijah Moore some yards, and I think this might be a great opportunity for that, to start off the game with a good reception rate there, which he does get for about 20 yards, I think. So, can we sub? I was about to say, can we sub on this? No, unfortunately we can't. Because of the jet touch pass, I definitely didn't want it to be... but it is what it is. Elijah Moore on this little drag route. I know it's going to be... we might end up losing the game purely because we're throwing to Elijah Moore so much. But we kind of need to. And actually, Elijah Moore's going to be able to get up the field. Is he going to be able to make a man miss on the outside? We're going to try to wiggle him. And he is going to get a huge reception. So Elijah Moore off the bat is 64 yards. So we're going to be... we got to try to get him a touchdown as well. But I think this... I don't like this route. I think Y stick, but we're going to put him on a slant as well. And then we're going to block Croft, I think, if we can. And we're basically just going to try to run a slant route and see if Elijah Moore can get open, and it's going to be an under pressure, inaccurate ball, unfortunately. Because we do need to get Elijah Moore 3 touchdowns. And this will put him to superstar dev, I believe. So it's fairly important as well. Unfortunately, I don't know if that was Fletcher Cox or who that was, but he just got so far in there. There was just nothing we can do. Middle, high, low. I don't really like that play right here. I kind of like this dagger route. I think Elijah Moore could get open on this dagger route. We got to be smart. I know I'm just targeting him like constantly, and I know I said that's kind of stupid. And just like that, I should have just ran the ball at some point and try to get points on the board. Because he already has 64 yards, so we probably are better off going for yards on this situation, right? If I pause it, we can't see it, can we? Yeah, I don't think it says it, but it was 150 yards or 3 touchdowns, I believe. Not both. So we should be okay if I get him 150 yards. But I definitely should have just ran it. We also want to get Michael Carter up, so I definitely don't want, not feed him, but you know, you also definitely want to get a player that is breaking out on that point up. So, let's see, we're on this play. Okay, I don't know who they just threw that to. Is that? Let's see if that's Whiteside. We're gonna see hopefully if he gets over here. No, that's Golden Tate. Okay, has he even? So this year he has like 800 yards for them or something, but I don't think has he even played? Is he injured in real life? I don't know, honestly. I have not heard of Golden Tate's name. That's all I know. And that's a great route by him. We're just not able to get there and break on it quickly. Davis isn't a very good man-to-man safety, which we don't expect too much from him. That's not really what we have him for, so there's nothing too bad. We also have mixed up, so receivers can receive incorrect hawk routes. That's a pretty cheesy one now that I see it. If it goes against us, if they get that momentum against us, we might be in some trouble. 4-3, cover 3, cloud. They're using Boston Scott a lot. They're not really even using Miles Sanders, so I probably didn't have to protect the inside run as much against Boston Scott. But I guess it's still good for us. We're going to overload blitzes on 3rd down. I think this is a pretty good play call. Just because as long as we rob kind of the inside slants, if that's, you know, something they run, I think we might be okay there. And unfortunately, we're going to get a roughing the passer. More than likely, I'm assuming that's what the penalty is going to be on. That's what, unfortunately, I kind of figured that's what the penalty would be on, because I just saw Javelin coming in there. That would have been a great stop as well. That would have been 2 big drives in a row off the bat getting stops. So we're going to sit here. They're probably going to throw that behind me. I don't know. And it looks like we're going to be able to hit him as he's throwing. I think that was Carl Lawson that got there at that left end. If we can draft a Chase Young-ish player, go to the other side, you know, even though John Franklin Myers is good, we might be getting someone, you know, worth a while. So, just something, food for thought, you know? Let's see here. 3rd and 8, and they're almost in field goal range. So they don't need a first down for a field goal, but they need about 5, more than likely. So we're here on these verticals, and unfortunately the comeback's just going to be wide open on the backside. Great route, great throw. So they have, even Boston Scott's still in there right now. So is Miles Sanders injured? He might be injured. I don't know why they would say we're playing against him then. But it looks like Miles Sanders actually is probably injured, which would make sense why he's not on the passing downs, because he is a better pass catcher probably than Boston Scott. They just don't use him as it, but Devonta Smith is going to make a ridiculous catch, but he's only going to get 1 yard. Brandon Brooks actually gets injured. And is Mekhi Becton out this week? I actually did not check that. I guess he must have came back because they didn't give me an injury report on him, so I'm assuming that he must have came back. Ashman is sitting on this. Great. Kaepernick is going to try to roll around. He is going to get a fumble. Carl Lawson, I believe, causes the fumble. Franklin Myers does recover it. Great play. We're going to go ahead and run this PA crosser. We're going to take a big shot right after getting the turnover. And it looks like, unfortunately, Elijah Moore was going to be wide open right there. That's frustrating. We had Elijah Moore, and they, unfortunately, we were not able to get it. And Corey Davis is going to beat them deep on this. It is going to be an inaccurate pass. Zach Wilson is just going to completely miss him for a touchdown. Wow. Alright, I need to get back to the run game, but obviously this drive is not going to be where we need to run it, but next drive, right? Because obviously right now there's just nothing we can do. We're going to try to get out of the pocket, and we're going to dump it down to Hines, and we throw a horrible pass. We should have just ran it. We had plenty of yards ahead of us. We stepped up in the pocket perfectly. That was just horrible. Golden Tate is their return man. We'll just knock him out of bounds. I should have just ran it with Zach Wilson. That's something that I definitely need to keep in mind. Zach is a decent runner. He's not great. He's definitely looking to throw off the run, but it's going to be worth it sometimes, you know, in that situation, just to get the yards. And also, I never even checked if Mekhi Becton was in. I haven't ran the ball, I don't think, once. So, I'm going to have to start putting that type of drive together, because I know I need Elijah Moore to get yards, but we also need to be able to try to win this game and get some points on the board. So, they are going to throw it to my side. That was kind of my fault. I don't know what I was doing, but luckily only 3 yards, so we're on them in a 3rd and 7. They are going to take it to the second quarter in a 3rd and 7. They haven't made much. They have more offensive snaps against us. We only have 8. But we had 2 big plays, I believe, which basically equated to all of our passing yards so far. Let's see if we're on this in route. We're on these routes. They shouldn't have anything really. And they're not going to. Perfect. So they're going to have to punt. Get this ball back. Alright, I got to be smarter this drive. Elijah Moore needs to get the ball. But I think we need to do a little bit smarter and get the run game with Michael Carter going. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. I know... it was just so tempting to choose that shot play, but we're going to run it to the left. Mekhi Becton is in, luckily, which is also very, very useful. And we're going to go ahead and get up the field. And first play, Michael Carter, he's going to make a man miss, and he's going to be able to get up the sideline for a gain of 32. Yeah, you know, I think we should probably run the ball every once in a while. We could definitely switch it up, right? We don't have to run it every single play. Maybe not as much as we usually do, but we definitely need to run it. And we're going to try to get out of the pocket here. Like, once again, Zach Wilson's going to be able to get up the sideline, get 10 yards, get out of bounds, be smart. It's way better for us to do that. We did actually get 1,000 rushing yards on the year as well, which congratulations to us. So that's a good running offense. Passing-wise, Michael Carter does have 853 on the ground, so we definitely need to get that up a little bit. We're going to hit Elijah Moore right here for another reception, which isn't going to really give us much. We're going to try to hit a halfback stretch on 2nd and long. 2nd and 7 is not necessarily 2nd and long, but still. We're going to get to the outside. Michael Carter, can you make a man miss? Unfortunately, I think we're going to get stood up before that first down. I like this single back cross drag. It looks like they're blitzing, and it looks like Elijah Moore might be open for a touchdown right here if we get it off time. And we are going to dot him up. Elijah Moore is going to make the catch, and he's going to get in there for his first touchdown of the game. Great throw, great catch against... No, I think we kind of missed that. No, we didn't. Barely. But great catch against... I think it was Darius Slay. So, like, once again, we got Michael Carter going, which allowed us to obviously go ahead and get in good position to get that. It was a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, so of course they're going to try to play like man. They're expecting kind of a quick route. We were able to pick up the protection and kind of give ourselves a good shot there. So let's see what kind of happens here. They're going to run it again, but we're playing the inside run defense so good. That's what we have countered right now. In the second half, they're probably going to pass a little bit more, so we might have to switch this. I don't know what is going on. Oh, they're telling us the route. So they're telling us that he's on a deep crosser. So that's good to know. It's a pass. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get there, but I don't know what they're calling here, but we're going to let a hit stick, and he did fumble, but he is going to holding on the offense. But on offense or the defense? Except that, definitely. Now they are in a 2nd and 20. Perfect. That was just the route again. He's running like a split route. So I'm assuming they're running double sits, but they are going to be able to throw it right behind us, unfortunately. And that's going to put them in a 3rd and what, 3 or something? 3rd and 2. That was a great 18-yard completion. All right, so it's sit, so it's going to be spot again. So we're going to obviously be able to read that. That's so helpful having that on when we have it. And right there, we are going to be able to bat that down. Was that Cashman with a great play? And apparently Kaepernick is really good in sim, but really bad when you play him, interestingly. Now, I know he's one of those quarterbacks that ends up winning MVP a lot in sim. But funny enough, that it's not really working the same in here. Oh, we're going to go ahead and get it going. Probably start off with a run if we can find a play I like. I like that stretch run. I actually really like this counter. I really like counters to this side because not only do we have our 2 linemen, but, you know, Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker, but they're able to get up at second level and someone else is able to get out there and block for him, which I really like. Right there, another rush, 3 for 47 from Michael Carter. And we're going right back to this deep crosser. I think it'll be open again, personal opinion. We're going to block Croft. We don't really need him to go out on a route. So let's see. Elijah Moore is going to be open. Zach Wilson is going to hit him again for a great throw, great catch. Honestly, I don't know if we have a completion to anybody else. But it is what it is right now. We're trying to get those yards in. We're going to run this outside zone, which we're going to be able to get a couple yards. Is that 5 yards maybe? 3 yards. I thought we got more than that. Stretch alert bubble. Let's get to our 2 playmakers. Either Elijah Moore will be open or Michael Carter should have some running room. And it looks like Elijah Moore is going to be able to outflank them and at least get us a couple yards. He is going to lay a truck stick. Wow, he absolutely truck sticked the corner right there. That was crazy for us. I was not expecting that. I was just trying to get the first down, to be honest with you. A 2-minute warning. We might go up 17-0 at half right here. I probably should have chose the blowout one, but I really didn't expect that to be the actual case. So, Elijah Moore being our slot receiver does help. I think if he was on the outside, we would not be able to get the same type of yards. We're going to try to hit Nyheim Hines out here. He is going to be able to get upfield and get us 14. Zach Wilson 7 for 13, but he does have 143. So he's not doing horrible. I like Elijah Moore right here on this slot corner, right? If it's man, which it looked like it was, we're going to try to hit him on a dot. We throw an inaccurate pass, but Elijah Moore is able to bring it down, but it's out of bounds. Super unfortunate. I thought that was really open. We're going to block Griffin. We don't really need him running any routes on this. I like Michael Carter, and I also like Elijah Moore. I liked Michael Carter, but it's just the situation it was in. I felt like it was throwing it a little too far down the field, unfortunately. And we might at halftime need to look at how many yards we have with Elijah Moore. I don't know if I like this screenplay, but we're going to run it anyways. And like I said, I didn't really like the screenplay. Probably shouldn't have ran it. And since it's about to be half, basically right now, I do want to check just the yardage. Where's our stats at? Game stats, let's go to player. And then let's just look at receiving. He has 136 already and a touchdown, so we should be able to get him the 150 fairly easy. Go ahead and just kick this field goal in, hopefully. This might be the first game where we've actually gone 2 field goals. We're usually pretty good, if I'm being honest, when we're in the red zone. We usually score some touchdowns, definitely. And it looks like we might be able to... Dolphins don't have a bye week yet, which they're winning right now, which is a pretty big game for them. Alright, so they're showing us it's a slant route again. It's also helpful when you get this momentum because it tells you what routes they're running. That's super useful as well. We're on these... I don't know where he's throwing that. He's out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. I don't think it's a loss of yards on that, though, or in my... Let's see. Legal, yeah, I don't think it's a... I think it's just a loss of down, but it's not loss of yards, so... They are showing us their route, so we obviously know it's going to be like the drag route with the in route. Unfortunately, we just were not able to get there. I thought he was going to throw to the drag first. That's why I wanted to guard that. Right here, looks like it's going to be 4 verticals, so we're going to guard it like we're supposed to. And he's just going to throw it up. Davis is here. And he's just not even going to make a play on the ball. That would have been horrible. We know it's corner strike just because we can actually see it. Let's use Marcus May. And they are going to throw it up to Golden State, who's not going to be open as well. It's easy to blitz when we know what their play is a little bit. So we know Goddard's got an out route up there. They are going to throw it to him. Now, are they going to go for it is the question. And I think we're going to 8-up safe man because I think they may go for it if I'm just guessing a little bit. And that's not a horrible punt, by the way. So we're definitely going to try to get in field goal range at least. Run a little bit of a seam divide. I kind of like that. I don't really like Elijah Moore's route on this, so we might have to look to Pittman or Herndon, depending on what kind of coverage it is. And I like Pittman. He comes open, wide open over the middle right there. We're going to obviously call our first timeout. The Eagles have a horrendous defense. Funny enough, I like this cross drag. It worked last time. If they're in man, it may work again, which it looks like they're going to be. We're going to block. Now we're okay. We're just going to run it like this. And Elijah Moore is just going to outrun him over the middle. He is going to make a man miss. We're going to call our second timeout. That might be 150 yards for him. Which, you know, we'll still keep going if we can. But nice to know we already have 150. We're going to run these posts. We have a post and like a crosser. They are going to run with him on the crosser. So we're going to try to get out the pocket. We're just going to throw that away. Throw it away. Be smart. We're 11 for 19 with 185 yards. We're not doing that great. But our defense is doing good. And we try to get Pittman out there. Does he catch it? We're going to go ahead and call a timeout right here. If they're telling me to go for the field goal, I think it's smarter to take a shot to the end. I think I'm either going to throw it to Moore, Davis, or Herndon, the end zone. And if it's not there, which it is, we're going to dot him up. Elijah Moore is going to be able to come down with it for a touchdown. His second of the day. We got the 2 passing touchdowns for our game day goal. And on top of it, Elijah Moore has his 150 yards for sure. And he has 2 touchdowns. So technically we need to get him 1 more. But I think the 150 yards should be okay to break him out to a superstar player. I think. They're definitely going to need this down. Or they'll just run a run play or something like that. More than likely. I should have had a 17-point lead at halftime, whichever one that is. But I didn't think we were going to get up this big, if I'm being honest with you. I was actually fairly shocked about that. We are going to be able to make that stop. They're not going to call timeout. I would be shocked. And we will go right into the second half. Now, I think we might also start with the ball. We're going to switch it to run outside for this half. And then defend the medium pass is what we're going to do. Hopefully they don't start running on us, but they're down 20-0. So, you know, I don't think they should be able to run it as good as they want. We're going to go ahead and run this to the outside. Oh, we tried to make a spin move outside. It did not work. So we're definitely going to start the half with the run game. I like the stretch. Let's run it left. And they're just going to be all over it. Montez Sweat. Weak counter. I like the counter. Le'Veon Tucker will be pulling. Actually, oh no, it looks like it's going to make us run it this way, but I like it. We have a couple guards pulling. Unfortunately, they were not able to make the blocks I needed, but we actually got 6 on that still, which is a really good run. Middle, high, low. I kind of like Corey Davis and Nyheim Hines, especially seeing that no one's on top of them right now. So we're going to see how this works. And that's not there. We are going to get sacked. I should have just ran and stepped up in the pocket and ran because I think I had it. But I kind of debated it for a half second and kind of got us in trouble there. And a fair catch that, I think. He is not going to, but they get it on the 40, so this is a good start to the half for them, for sure. Gun wing. We're going to start in a 4-6 right here. Have Davis, both Davises in the box. We're manned up. We're on Goddard. They are going to be able to throw that out route to Devonta Smith. Oh no, we missed that tackle. I don't know who that second guy is. And Quentin Williams actually just goes down as well. That's a really bad event right there. What happened? Series of events. And Marcus Joyner is going to be able to get right in there for that run game. We have the middle of the line just wide open for us to be able to get in there and make a play. We're going to bring the blitz on second down as well. Javlin's got to get a little bit closer to the line, though. That way he can get there fast. Actually, they're just going to run it again. He's going to bust back to the backside. He is going to make a two-man miss. And he's going to be able to get it down to the 13-yard line. Boston Scott. We'll just substitute. Don't want anybody coming back and getting injured. It's just silly, right? Especially when we're up 20-0 on this game. Let's see right here. It looks like slants. Maybe, I don't know. Cashman's just gonna. I didn't want to hit stick him while he's trying to fall and then get a penalty or something. We are bringing the blitz here. No one is guarding Boston Scott, so this could be very bad. But I also think the pressure could get here, and it's actually a draw. Unfortunately, though, he is going to go through the opposite hole of where we were at. So we're going to 60 pinch this, and we get the stop. It's a big drive for them. They need a touchdown if they want to keep this being a game. And we are going to be there again, but we're going to... I was in that hole. I just kind of bumped into the center and my D tackle, I believe. So it is 20-7. So we just need to put together a good drive, maybe a 4-minute drive, and get points on the board. And we'll make it. It's not a for sure win in that situation, but it's definitely a good place to be. Hit the spin move back. Nyheim Hines, you're horrible. Probably the worst trade I made this year was getting Nyheim Hines, to be honest with you. Because I thought we needed him, but then Michael Carter just kind of came out as a star all of a sudden because he started as like just a basic common, right? So we're going to get Michael Carter outside a little bit. He does not, unfortunately. So 7 for 55 for him. We're going to do the weak again. I don't really like it. Counter F maybe? Is that the... No, that's the same play, I guess. But we're just going to run it, but we'll try to run it a little bit inside. I should have bounced it, I think, a little bit more. Inside attack, maybe. Fade smash. Maybe we do have Elijah Moore on this fade route. Or we have Corey Davis over the middle. We don't miss him. So, kind of like Elijah Moore. We'll take our shot. I kind of throw that a little bad, to be honest with you. We do try to come down with it, but I think I threw it a little bit too late. We will have to punt once again. What we don't need is a breakdown, guys. That's what we don't need. But we didn't get any first downs, which is always bad. Make the tackle. Don't know why he's not fair catching that, but... And they do have Brandon Brooks back, so he did come back. They're staying injured for them. As a play action, I was definitely thinking that was not a play action. We're going to... Oh, he ran back inside of us. All right, our defense just needs to bend, don't break on this drive is what we need to do. Double blitz. We have Goddard, who we're going to guard. And that's definitely... And we are going to actually be able to get the sack. I thought Goddard was going to be wide open because he was, because we blitzed when we were supposed to be guarding him. But perfect scenario there for us to be able to get the sack. That's the whole point of bringing the pressure, is that's what you kind of expect. Let's see. I don't know who to guard. Who's he throwing to? He is going to throw it to Jalen Reagor. Wow, he puts us in the blender with the juke move. I tried to click square to tackle him. It wasn't even a hit stick. It was a normal tackle. But it was a diving tackle, but I didn't think we'd be able to get it by holding X. He just absolutely puts us in the blender right there. And, ooh, Devonta Smith. Luckily, he was not able to get to that ball. 5 wide, we're going to send the blitz again. I like it. We're aggressive. That's what we do defensively, and it seems to work so far. They are going to throw that to Goddard, and we're going to face mask him as well, more than likely. If I was to guess, it's going to be a face mask. Okay, so they're going to accept that. Obviously, maybe let's not play so much man. I thought we were doing pretty good in it, to be honest. The last couple of weeks, at least, I think we've done pretty good on it as well. They're just going to take the little dump down. I feel like some teams, they just run bad plays against us, which is also very helpful for us. Whereas other teams, for whatever reason, like take more shots or they just throw better balls or whatever the case is. They are going to get that open. Goddard is not going to be smart enough to go for the first down. 3rd and 1. I wouldn't say this is 4-down territory, but they might. I don't know. They're actually going to let go to the 4th. Kind of an interesting call. They have more offensive snaps than us. We have more pass yards and rush yards are fairly even. So we're just getting more yards per play and being able to create that into points. But they're actually being a little bit more methodical than us, it looks like. So I'm thinking this is going to be, I thought it was going to be a run. And it was actually going to be a screen, which was horrible. This is kind of a bad call for them because it's still going to be a 2-possession game. And Michael Carter's going to get around the edge. We're just not going to be able to block it. We do time it up almost perfect. We make the dive, and we're just a couple inches off of making a phenomenal block on the defensive side of the ball right there. And Hines is going to take this a yard out of the end zone to the 20. Probably should have just let it bounce. Definitely going to get back to the run game. Let's not mess around, especially early downs. You know, we're going to try to put some drives together, but we definitely... Looks like that for whatever reason they're playing against our run. Maybe it's because it was 20-0, and that's why they chose it. I don't like the play action tight end leak right here, though. I think we might have Elijah Moore open or Corey Davis. And Elijah Moore comes wide open across the field. He's going to make him miss. He hits a spin move to make another man miss. And he is going to actually fumble Elijah Moore with a horrible fumble trying to do too much. Wow. Well, he has a great catch and run. Great play call. And then Elijah Moore is going to fumble and put us just in the worst of situations. Luckily, Kaepernick is not throwing very good. That is super horrible of a situation for us right there. Alright, so we have everyone manned up. I don't like this because we don't have Goddard man. I'm just going to man him up with Jordan. Something. I don't know. Am I supposed to blitz? I honestly don't know. We are going to be able to get there with Hall with a great bat down at the last second. Great play call by them to be able to get to the sticks, but just a better play by our DB. They are going to dump this down to Boston Scott. We are going to get blocked. We're going to get there, but I think he's going to get the first. If it's 4th and inches, I think they go for it anyways, but they did get the first, so. And all of the momentum is on their side of the ball as well. They keep audibling enough as well. Dawkins has 91 speed now. We got to keep that in mind. He just flies around. They are going to take their dump down to Golden Tate. They do stop the clock for now. Ashman and then Marcus Joyner are in here to make a play. Probably going to take this swing route? I don't know. I don't know. They're not running anywhere. Kaepernick's going to take off and run. He is going to slide for the first down, which is super beneficial for us. He could have ran that. Definitely got it. He's going to run this in route. And we miss as the cornerback. I should have switched on, but I didn't want to mess up because it had to be perfect. And unfortunately, it does come back to bite us in the butt a little bit. We're going to use Marcus May right here. We're going to blitz this from the side. We're going to come free on the blitz, but they are going to be able to get that ball off to Goddard for a quick 4-yard reception. Points allowed, we're 30th in the league in our points allowed, and today we're 10th. Which is interesting that we win games. I guess it's because our offense scores, because, you know, that's obviously not a great... You don't want to be 30th in the league in anything. Marcus Joyner is going to be here. Wow, they're going to miss some miscommunication by them. That gives us a great chance now to get a stop right here. They technically could still kick a field goal, right, and it'd be like worth it. They are going to dump that down to Goddard. I didn't think they were going to keep running that. And we get a stop. We're going to go ahead and send this blitz, but we're going to use Javelin to man up with Goddard is what we're going to do. Just so that it's not, we don't want to send too many. And it's actually a QB draw. He is going to stiff arm us as well, and Kaepernick does get in the end zone. Colin Kaepernick takes it into his own hands against a blitz too. That was actually a really great blitz call against him. It was just great blocking, and obviously we got stiff armed as well, which was just never good. And Giants and Miami are actually in the fourth quarter of a game, 7 minutes left, and that's a big deal because if they go 7-6 and we go 6-6, then I think they're winning the division, you know, at that point, right? Because they have a better win record. So I did not really mean to pass it on this play. I think we're going to switch it to this Omaha. I really like Elijah Moore on this because there's only one person out there. So if we hit a spin move off of him, if we could have hit a spin move to get it back. Zach Wilson does have 258 today. Definitely going to need to run it, but once again, we're going to run the bubble play just to see if... And Elijah Moore or Michael Carter's going to be able to get to the outside maybe, and no, he is not going to be able to. Our center also gets injured on this big third down situation. I don't really like this play call, but I also don't like the other play call. So I guess we're going to stick here. And nothing's really open, and we're actually going to get sacked. Brandon Graham makes a huge play. I really shouldn't have. I didn't want to waste a timeout because I really didn't like that play call at all. And we're just crumbling right now. This is horrible. Gonna have to fair catch that. This is not good the way we're just crumbling. 13. Alright, so bruised ribs. I guess we have to substitute you. They're going 5 wide on us again. They're trying to air it out. 2 minutes 35, up by 3. And we hold on. This has been a horrible second half for us. This has been a game of momentum for sure. We were up 20-0. Now they're on a 17-0 scoring run. But let's see what we're able to do. And they're actually kind of not going for it too fast. They will after the 2-minute warning, definitely. So let's kind of see how this goes. And they beat us deep there. They had Devonta Smith deep. Are they going to be able to come down in bounds? He is going to be able to come down in bounds. If Devonta Smith was running a streak, I think they had a touchdown. I think we got really, really lucky that they weren't. They want us to run some man here. Booth review, actually. It is upheld. And they can kick a field goal as well. They don't have to score a touchdown, which is something we need to keep in mind. We're going to play as Joyner on Boston Scott. They are going to dump that down to Jalen Reagor for 3 yards. Colin Kaepernick, he's trying to make a play for them to... We're going to beat on Boston Scott again. And Michael Carter II is going to get a pick. Can we get down the sideline, make a man miss? And he's not going to be able to, but he does get almost a game-sealing interception. 1 first down, and we do win this game. Wow, Michael Carter II makes a great play. Kaepernick makes an errant throw. Just huge, huge plays from our young DBs. Michael Carter does have to get this first down, though, which we're not going to be able to get right there. But it's going to be a 2nd and short. We're going to give ourselves a good scenario. I like this HP power. We can either cut it up and get a yard or 2 and leave us to 3rd and manageable, or we can try to get to the outside depending. And right here, actually, Darius Slay, or I don't know if that was who that was, makes a huge play on us to force us into a 3rd down. Now here's the issue. We can run a play and try to throw it. But if it's not open, there's a lot that can go wrong. If we get the first down, we win. But if we don't get the first down, we lose. Well, no, we don't lose, but... And it looks like we're going to not have anyone open once again, which was the bad call by me. I didn't want to throw a pick there. I'd rather take a sack than throw a pick. So at least now we can pin them, ideally. And I might have kicked that too far to the left. Or to the right, sorry. So we're going to move that a little bit to the left. Hopefully that's not too bad. They are going to get decent field position on the... actually, the 12. We kind of buried them. They have 90 yards in 1:18. Are they going to be able to do it? Now, they want us to play man, but I don't really want to play man. We're going to play zone. We're playing cover 3. And let's just see if we're able to. And they're going to throw it short, luckily. We're going to make the tackle, but they will get out of bounds. Luckily, this is where fast corners come into play as well, because we're going to be able to give ourselves a better opportunity to stay over top of these players. And they do have another out route. Unfortunately, he is going to be able to get out of bounds. Javelin tried. I tried to take an outside angle, but it just did not work. We will make sure we're playing one of these guys in the middle. So Javelin, we will play Javelin right here. And they are running 4 verticals. We're on this dump down, and we're going to get wiggle sticked out of nowhere, and he makes the man miss. What is going on? That's ridiculous. They are going to play a hurry up offense. We're going to stay in the same zone. Right here, they're just dumping it down. He's going to throw another pick. LaMarcus Joyner is going to be able to return this one. He's at the 10. We're going to make a man miss, and he's going to be able to dive into the end zone for a game-saving interception for a touchdown. LaMarcus Joyner just won us the game with that play. Wow, that was phenomenal, LaMarcus Joyner. Absolutely just won us the game with a pick 6. What a phenomenal play there. Colin Kaepernick makes the same mistake 2 drives in a row, giving us a huge opportunity. We do want them to return this, but we don't want them to have a good return. We don't really care about field position at this point, because we obviously know that as long as they don't get the onside, there's pretty much nothing they can do about it. So, that being said, let's go ahead and just see. We're on cover 1, which is not great, but it's also not bad, because I don't know what their play call is, but we're all over everybody. And right there, Cashman is going to make a mistake there, but unfortunately, we almost had another pick. I don't know why we're not in. Here we are, we're in cover 1 now. They're going to dump that to Boston Scott again. We are going to be able to wrap him up, so they're going to have to Hail Mary it if they can even get it off. We shall see. We're just going to stay over top of them. And they're not even going to run a Hail Mary, so we're just going to stay on top, make sure he doesn't score a free touchdown. And we are going to win the game just like that. Colin Kaepernick had to throw the ball 43 times against us, and he was not able to get it done. Zach Wilson, 258 and 2 touchdowns, 126 rating. We had Elijah Moore with 217 yards. Wow, on 11 receptions. Phenomenal play by Elijah Moore. So we'll head out of the game, check out the breakout scenario, because I think he will be a superstar now. Alright, now that we're back in, we're going to check out this breakout player. Said I was one of the best players in the team. I think I proved it. Elijah Moore now has a superstar development trait. Progress is faster and can use superstar abilities, and he gets 4,000 XP. Wow, 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 wow. That's really good. We're going to go check his abilities out, because we're probably going to edit them real quick as well. You know what I mean? So, might as well. We get a superstar. What a great ball right there. We need to go to his abilities. So he gets Energizer, and then he doesn't have any other one. Ball carriers with this will replenish portion. Let's see. Deep in elite. He does catch deep ends a lot. Route apprentice. We don't do a lot of hot routes. Jukebox. Evasive. Not like evasive, to be honest with you. Just because we throw him a lot of short routes. And oh, he's not high enough overall to get these ones. Okay. So I think we'll do evasive, because he is pretty good on catching the ball and running. So Elijah Moore, superstar breakout. So cool. So sick for us. Super happy about that. Let me know what you guys think. We did take the lead in the division as well. I don't know if did the Dolphins win or did they lose? Let's check our division real quick. Dolphins, they're 7-6, so it hasn't said, or sorry, 6-6, so it hasn't said if they won or if they lost. I guess we'll see when we sim it, but we'll definitely check out that. We're hanging in there for the playoff race. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell. As always, I will see you guys next time.